How much more excited could you be for another edition of the Weighing Interjection Show? It is time for Josh the Punk Thompson and myself, John McCarthy, to give you our views quickly on the world of MMA and what's going on. Let's go!
I cannot wait because every time we play a game and I win every single time. That's the name of this game. That's the name of this show, Weighing Interjection.
Ever won.
And this right here,
God.
see, thumbs facing
thumbs
me,
going
always
like this, meaning
win.
loser.
Thumbs always win, buddy. I'm always winning. All right, let's get into it, Podcast Dave. Let us go.
Okay. Topic number 1. Is Shevchenko versus Nunes the only big female fight left? Go.
Absolutely not. No. If you're talking about in the UFC, it's probably the best fight that they can make, with Shevchenko being the flyweight champion and Nunes being the bantamweight and featherweight champion. The best opponent she's ever faced is Shevchenko. They had 2 close fights, but if you're going to say women's fighting, take a look at this person named Cyborg against this person named Harrison. That's the fight that really needs to come together. Take Kayla Harrison, put Chris Cyborg, you will have one of the biggest female fights going. That is an outstanding fight, one that I would love to see.
Why are we limiting it to just Harrison and Cyborg? I want to see Cyborg and Nunes again. I want to see Cyborg and Harrison. I want to see Harrison and Nunes again. I want to see maybe even Shevchenko and Cyborg.
I'm going reality.
Let's go. I want to see it all. We're talking about the biggest female fights that we can make right now, and those are the 4 top female fighters in the world. I would like to see intermix between them all. If we can mix them up and I can pick and choose who to fight, I'd like to see those 4 females get after it and see who ends up on top.
And it's pretty simple, though, because if you're taking a look at this, you have 2 of them outstanding. They're fighting in the UFC. The UFC does not want to do cross-promotion stuff where you could see Kayla Harrison coming over or Cyborg being let to go over to PFL by Scott Coker. It could happen. That's why I picked that fight.
All right, let's get into the second topic. Should fighters have their social media on public or private? Go.
Got to keep it on private, John. It's got to stay on, not private, sorry, public. It's got to be on public. Private, if you want something private, just create a private account for your family and your friends. Whatever you have for your business, make it separate. How many people have, look, a lot of female fighters and some male fighters have, what is it called, an OnlyFans page. That's a private page that you have that people pay for. What is different than having 2 Instagrams or 2 Facebooks or 2 Twitters or whatever it is that you have? Have 2 separate accounts, figure it out, have 1 private, 1 public, 1 as a business, build it up.
How the hell do you have 2 accounts? I got enough problems with 1 account. I want 2 accounts. Look, it's real simple. If you're going to be on social media, that means that you're trying to be public. Go public. Don't do the private thing. That's ridiculous. You're just wasting time. And if it's only for your family, then just send it to your family by text.
All right. Let's get into topic number 3. We are welcoming back the OG mid-segment topic. We're calling it Facing Off. You guys are going to play other fighters in the presser and sell the fight. John, you have the privilege of being Michael Chandler. Josh, you're going to
That's
be
not a privilege
Justin
for John.
Gaethje.
Total privilege. You're just jealous.
You guys have to sell this upcoming fight. Let's go.
Brother,
Michael
you have
Chandler.
not faced anybody like me. Anybody. There is no way that your weak-ass wrestling can stop anything that I'm going to do. I am going to pick you up. I am going to drop you on your head, and I am going to pound you into the canvas. I can do it standing or I can do it on the ground. I'll just decide which one feels better.
You got knocked out by a 145-pounder because your chin is suspect. Then you got knocked out by Charles Oliveira because your chin is suspect.
You just
Look, what's
went
going to
to
happen is
sleep.
I'm going to kick.
You went
I'm going
to
to kick
sleep.
your
You went
chicken
night-night.
legs. I'm going to
Night-night.
kick your chicken
I
legs.
saw
You're going to
you
end up
go
on your butt.
night-night. And
your
I'm gonna
wrestling
do the
will be
same
not
thing to you
effective.
because there's
your
no
little
way
bounce
in the
in your
world
step and
that
your
you can
and
stop
your
anything.
fake.
You've got
your
one
fake
little
stuff.
kick
You're fake.
and a right hand.
You're
Once
fake.
that happens, it's over.
Everybody
I am
knows your
going
legs can't
to
handle my
pound
leg
you
kicks.
into
Your
a
chin
ball
is
of
suspect.
pus.
You can't
You
handle
will be
anything that I do.
done.
Nothing.
The end
Nothing.
of JG.
I'm gonna kick your chicken legs out from underneath you and dent that little chin of yours.
It's over. You can stop now.
No. It's never over until I'm done knocking you out.
All right. Let's call it. Topic number 4. Does Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva make sense? Go.
Not if you're Jake Paul, because that's the guy that'll whip your ass. Look, at 46 years of age, Anderson Silva has proven that he still has skills. He still has speed. He still has the ability to move in a way that only an elite striker can move. Right now, as you saw when you watched Jake Paul against Tyron Woodley, he doesn't have all the skill set necessary to deal with an elite striker. Anderson Silva would be a problem for him. It would be a real problem when a 46-year-old man beats you. That's not a fight that they're going to put him against.
Yeah, he'd be stupid to take that fight. I mean, he would get pieced up, touched up. He doesn't have the length to get to Anderson's chin because his chin's a little bit been dented a little bit. He's 46 years old. But he's got the skills and the head movement to avoid a lot of clean, hard shots as he showed against Tito. But the overall thing is that that's not a fight that they're going to make. And the other thing is, well, is Anderson Silva going to come to Showtime? Because Jake Paul ain't going nowhere. He's going to be fighting in Showtime. So unless Anderson comes there, but that's not a good fight for him to make anyways. He's not fighting that fight.
Well, Anderson can go. Look, Anderson fought, one fight with Chavez Jr. That was one promotion. Then he went to Triller. He can go wherever he wants. He's able to do that. He can go to Showtime and fight Jake Paul. The real question is, does Showtime want Anderson going there? Because that might be the end of Jake Paul.
Anderson's too big for Jake. Jake don't fight big guys like that.
Okay, our 5th and final topic. What's been the best recent big name promotion jump? Go.
John, we're at a loss for words. You
We're
and I
gonna be
both.
both silent.
Moment of silence. Moment of silence, please. It's hard to tell. All the big names that have jumped. Chandler went to the UFC. Sure, he had a great first fight. Got starched the second fight. Okay, Eddie Alvarez has had a tough go in one. Demetrius Johnson's had a tough go in one. Anthony Johnson also had a little bit of a tough go in his first fight in Bellator. Got rocked, got hurt. I mean, Yoel Romero, we still haven't seen yet. There's a lot still left out there to find out what the biggest jumps are. I think you're going to see some of the biggest jumps coming up. Does Kayla Harrison leave PFL and go to Bellator, or does she go to the UFC? That might be a big fight to see where she ends up going. Outside of that, I don't know. Maybe Sean O'Malley, after talking about him, checking to see what he's worth after his contract is up. Who knows?
The Kayla Harrison would be a big jump, but if you go back in time, Cyborg was a big jump. She has done very well since she's come over to the Bellator from the UFC, and she was just an outstanding fighter no matter where she was at. Look at Sergio Pettis. He's had a great run and is now the bantamweight champion, but he's got a ton of killers coming after him in Bellator. He's got Juan Archuleta, who he took the title from, Horiguchi. He's got Rafion Stotts, his teammate, and then he's also got guys like Magomed. He is in a position where he's got a bunch of studs, but those two have been very successful in their crossover.
I'm going to let it go. Because you never know. Josh might have something he just wants to throw in there. But that brings us to the end of the 8th edition of Weighing Interjection.
Very good. Well, we hope that you enjoyed our little bit. If you are a Justin Gaethje fan and you liked what Josh said, you're crazy. If you're a Justin Gaethje fan, good thing. He's a good fighter. If you like the Michael Chandler stuff, absolutely the way to look at it. And for the rest of you, see ya.